right, I'm here with Coach Austin Dobbs. Coach, another great win Friday night. Brought the Rivals Cup back home to Atkins. Tell us a little bit about who were the big performers, who stood out Friday night.
So offensively, obviously Mason Martin stood out. You know, we put the ball in his hand quite a bit. Had 158 yards rushing for us, 2 touchdowns. Just overall, really good performance for him. Jade Martin played really well, and then Cole, our quarterback, threw it well. And all 3 of those guys can't have success without the offensive line. So they really, I thought, owned the line of scrimmage and played pretty well against a big Dover defensive line. So those offensively, that's who we had. Now defensively, obviously our player of the game, John Davis, finished with 20 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss and a sack. He was just all over the field. And Austin Martin Trussell, 13 tackles. Our linebacker play's just been really good. And even our secondary was coming down and tackling. Lucas Sims, I think, had 13. And so we were really proud of both sides of the ball.
Right. Talk about what this win means to your seniors. This is their first win in a Rivals Cup game. So what does that mean kind of for them and also just going forward?
Oh, I think it was extra special for the seniors, obviously. I think it was their mission. I think they, you could tell they wanted it. And they had no doubt they were going to bring it back, and they did. So I think for our program, it's huge moving forward. Anytime you get to have that Rivals Cup sitting in your hallway or sitting around the gym, you get it for 365, and then it just means a lot to the community. And now it's just next year working to make sure you keep it. So
that's right. 2 key points in the game we'll talk about a little bit in the fourth quarter. Things tightened up a little, probably closer than the fans wanted it to be, but got a little tight there. The first, we had, I think, 4th and 6 it was on their end of the field. Talk about the decision to go for that there and kind of what was going through your head when we made that decision.
Yeah, so 4th and 6, well, we really thought they were fixing to send the house, which they did. We knew the screen would be there. Kid got his hand up and batted it down. Really, though, the thought process for going for it there was we had punted it the last time we got to 4th down and nearly got it blocked. Of course, we had our Mason at the time was out of the game. And so we punted it for like 6 yards. So I thought, why not go for it if we're at risk of getting it blocked? And special teams will get you beat. We tell our kids that all the time. So getting punt figured out and coached up this week has been a point of emphasis for sure.
Right. Well, and if you go on to score right there, you're eating up clock, and then you're also probably going to put the game away.
Yeah.
But didn't work out that way. They went down, scored a touchdown, made it really tight, made it a 2-point game. It was 28-26. The next call had 3rd and 15, I believe. About the same position to the field. Talk about the play call and kind of what you were thinking there.
Once again, their linebackers been flying out of the box the whole night. When they see pass, they get out of there. They're trying to get to hook curl, flat, stuff like that. And so we knew that, if we show pass, they're probably going to get out of the box. And we got Jaden out there on a little screen pass. And lineman got out there, got the only linebacker in space. And it's hard to tackle number 8 in space too. So we felt really good about it. It was a big call, and it was a changing point in the game, turning point in the game. So.
Yeah, as soon as he caught the ball, you knew he had a lot of space out there.
Yes.
It was gonna be successful, but he did the rest. So.
Yes.
Well, Coach, you got Conway Christian coming in. Conway Christian, another good team. They are, I believe, ranked number 1 in the state in 2A. So you got your work cut out for you again. Yep. So what are some keys to victory Friday night?
Always the line of scrimmage. That's can we control the line of scrimmage? They're gonna crowd the box, and if they do that, we got to be able to throw. We got to be able to protect. And so I definitely think our offensive line stepping up to the challenge, meeting the challenge is going to be big. And then also our perimeter blocking. We can throw screens if we can block their corners, defensive backs, stuff like that. If we can do that, we'll have success. But they are very talented. So defensively, you got to take the quarterback out of the game. If you can limit their quarterback and not let him beat you by himself with his legs, we should be in the ball game in the fourth quarter. But we got to do that.
Right. And you mentioned the offensive line and defensive line. You've got a lot of young guys playing up there. I believe 1 senior on the offensive line. Defensive line, we have any seniors? One senior?
One. Yeah.
Talk about those guys. Just go ahead and just give us their names and
Yeah.
you know, grades, and so we can kind of give them a shout out.
Yeah, so left tackle, you got Chance Cawthon, sophomore, about 6'2", 250. He wears pancake shirts on Fridays, so it's pretty fun. We have fun with that. Left guard, you got Sawyer Bartlett. Quick, he pulls hard, hits hard. His energy, you know, is just unreal, and he's very physical. Center, we got senior Austin McCurry. Him a year ago to now, completely different kid. Work ethic, unreal, and he's smart. And we've known he's smart, and he kind of orchestrates the offensive line, where to go, blocks that take place. He's grown up and matured that way. Right guard, you got junior Cade Bartlett, bigger body, really turned it up the last couple of weeks for us. And then right tackle, you have sophomore Lucas Shannon, big kid, but again, I mean, very talented, very physical. They get to their blocks and they try to hold on. So defensive line wise, you're looking at senior Jake Martin. I think he's got 2.5 sacks on the year. Pretty impressive. He's really upset. We had to split one between him and Dayton. He didn't like to split it, but we had to split it. Motor runs hot. He's in the right place. Then obviously we have sophomore Dayton Rilings, who, if you know Dayton, he is just he's a Hulk. You know, he's a maniac.
Another high motor there.
Another high motor. His motor's going to run hot no matter what practice. Sometimes it'll frustrate you practicing against him because he doesn't slow down. He doesn't know how to slow down. Other newcomer, sophomore Camden Newby, starting for us, big guy up front, about 5'10", 320. I mean, he's just a big guy and gets off the ball hard.
Right.
Heavy hands. You have to double team him, otherwise you're not going to move him. And then at the other end, you have Sawyer Bartlett, or sometimes we'll put Seth Davis in there. We put a lot of guys at that other end spot. All those guys contribute well. Solomon Lytle, sophomore, and he stepped up. He was playing inside and played in, but he stepped up, and you know, he has speed and he's in the right spots, reading the blocks. So all those guys are big for us.
Yeah. Well, the thing I love about your linemen, they seem to really enjoy and relish being linemen.
Yes.
And that's big. They, you know, like you talk about wearing the pancake shirts, they take a lot of pride in what they do.
Yes.
Because they know, again, the game begins and ends right there. So, great bunch of guys, and the best part, you got most of them coming back.
That's awesome.
For at least 1 year.
Yeah, at least one more year. Oh, they're fun.
Yeah, right.
And they love it. They do. They love being offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and that's rare because those guys don't get their name in the paper. They don't get to score the touchdowns. They don't just have a ton of stats. You know, everything, the only stat that matters to offensive linemen, and I know this because I was an offensive lineman, is did we win, did we lose?
That's
and,
right.
You know, if your team kind of rallies around those guys, you normally have success. So.
Yeah. Well, Coach, good luck to you Friday night, and hopefully we'll start 3-0. It's been a while since we've been 3-0, but I know we got a tough one Friday night, but come out and support us and cheer on our Red Devils to hopefully another victory. Thank you, Coach.